Hi, this is Sam with this episode of Living and Working Abroad show. We help expats, UK expats, living and working abroad to protect their income and their capital and make tax savings across border and down generations. And part of that is to avoid inheritance tax, part of that is to avoid the cost and delay of probate, which is complicated when it's across border, and it's even more complicated when there's multiple families involved. Rupert Murdoch's in the news at the moment to a degree. He's on his fifth wife, God bless him. He's been married 4 times previously, and he's got 6 children from those 5 marriages. And at 93, he's in court with a battle over his family trust. Now, what he's done with his £200 million empire, don't forget they've got interested in News Corp, MGM and Sky. They're very, very major media organisation, very successful man, good luck to him. But while he's still alive and only just recently remarried, he's got more squabbles among the family from the family trust created to control the legacy down the generations as well as across the border. So his current wife, Mrs. Shakova, is his 5th wife, but their children all belong to previous marriages, but their children are from 3 of those marriages, so they're not all got the same mother as well, which gives us an added complication. What Rupert Murdoch has done is created an American-style foundational trust to protect the family's capital and income, the tax benefits to that in America, but also it avoids the cost and delay of probate. Now, Proact have always recommended to clients across border to use family trusts to protect property and business overseas and investments. So if you've got money that's invested abroad, or property that's overseas, or you've got a business which operates cross border, each country's got slightly different rules for inheritance. Now, there's some standard rules on probate administration in the EU, but different countries have different rules, and certain countries have forced heirship, so you have to leave property to your children or in an assigned proportion, but in other countries you can operate them slightly differently. But even if you write a will to leave your estate in the way that you feel fit, that will can be challenged through the courts. It's a court process, it can be challenged through the courts, and you have the legal proceedings to settle that at some stage down the line. But you're dead then. Once you're dead, you've left your will, and you depend upon your family to settle and agree on what you want. But it can be challenged, and if a will was thrown out by a judge, then the laws of intestacy could apply, or an older will could apply. So a second or third marriage, children or wife or spouse could lose out. So these are the reasons where you try and establish a family trust to avoid that argument further down the line. So lots of actions you can take, but the family stays in control, and if you all agree, then everything happens in a way that you avoid the cost of delay of probate. You don't get subject to the laws of intestacy in each country in which you might own assets. Some jurisdictions don't recognise wills. Some have forced heirship in certain ways. By using a trust to hold your assets, an investment trust, a property trust, a business trust, then or a pension trust, you protect those assets for you down the generation. It is an extra layer. It's not as complicated as running a company. The taxes on a trust can be tax-free, so there's slightly more taxes in the UK than you get with a Cyprus trust. Cyprus International Trust, as a family trust, is completely free of additional taxes. You're not going to escape, for example, fixed UK property capital gains charges on a Cyprus family trust, but you will avoid inheritance tax of 40%. Gifts between spouse, even from UK assets, are free of capital gains, so you can gift for the benefit of a spouse into a Cyprus family trust and protect your family's capital and income from tax down the line. For more information and guidance, contact us at proactpartnership.com.